Crushing it already.
Hey guys, welcome to the Natural Born TV Show.
So good to have you guys here, and it's honestly crazy that they hired 3 identical women to host your comedy show.
Identical.
Who's who?
Keep grabbing the coconut.
Can you tell? Can you tell? Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
Amazing.
Do you want to know what's even weirder though?
Yeah.
We all literally have masters in forging horseshoes.
That's even weirder. That's so much
Have you
weirder.
even heard of that? If anyone is hosting a lawn party soon, please see us outside.
We love to smelt. But all jokes aside, throw them out. Get them out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming to what is essentially the equivalent of a medical trial of a show. It's untested. We've never done this before, and we don't know what side effects it'll have on our body. It could be good, could be neutral. We hope it's not bad. But it might
And
be
we're not compensating you.
Might be. We're not compensating you at all.
No.
But
So-
you're all so brave.
You're so brave. You're so brave for doing this.
Thank you.
So we see a lot of familiar faces. A lot of you know us, but do you know us as a group?
Yeah.
We are a trio, obviously.
As of tonight.
And there are many famous trios. Many famous trios
Yeah,
out
many
there.
famous trios out there might help to compare us.
Like Star Wars.
Star Wars, okay. Star Wars, obviously I'm Luke, I love a robe.
I'm Leia because girl.
And I'm the concept of war.
She is
land
That's
grab.
so true. Lots of cold tension with you.
trio. What about the Jonas Brothers?
Oh my
I can't get enough of those cuties. I can't get enough.
I know. And obviously I'm Nick because I'm cute and also a triple threat musical theater crossover star.
I'm Kevin because I'm here.
And I'm Joe Pesci. Oh! Do you guys remember in Home Alone when Joe Pesci was like,
My favorite part, right? I love that part.
People should leave their kids home alone more. Oh my god, but we're forgetting the really obvious one. We're 3 ladies.
Obviously.
We're about in a city. Do you see where I'm going with this? Sex in the City.
And I know it's glaringly
we don't even have to
obvious
tell.
to you guys which one we are.
Yes, but we don't have to say it, but I'm Miranda.
Okay, I'm Carrie.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Charlotte.
I'm Samantha.
And I'm Miranda.
Carrie again.
And you're Carrie.
And you're
Samantha.
And you're Miranda.
Well, when we're together,
I'm
we're
Charlotte.
both- Okay.
But then all together we're, of course, Carrie.
Miranda.
You get it.
So it's really,
get it.
it's obvious.
It's obvious.
But okay, so that's us. That's us as a unit.
As a unit.
Unit.
But
Individually.
the show's about women. And we as women, obviously, we're individuals. So we are our own people. So, and obviously, also, you're gonna have a favorite by the end of the
We get
night. We know that. That's fine. That's how it works. It's human nature. So if you're gonna be able to tell us apart, because again, we are
Identical.
completely identical,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to give you some individual stats.
Stats.
It's like when you pick a character in Mario Kart and how there's like one that has the endurance bar, one that has like the speed bar, and then the sex appeal bar. And
Yeah. Or it's like when you pick a car and it's like you're looking for what is the cheapest and also still moves.
Correct.
Okay. Ladies, formation. Let's do our steps. Yes. Okay. Hey guys, what's up, gamers? I'm Julie. I'm 5'2", 5'3", optimistically. Yeah. The first porn I ever saw was Sailor Moon fan art. You may notice a little indent in my forehead. That is, legend has it, where the doctor pulled me out with forceps. You may say I have the magic touch in that every person I've ever dated has been interested in either sleight of hand magic or juggling. Let's see, my mom once described me as brunette, no other distinguishing features. And I've had more Pepto-Bismol in my life than I have water.
Okay. What's up, rockers? I'm Sydney. I'm 5'10". I have an ape index of +1. That means my arms are longer than I am tall, and boy, can you tell in photos. One time when I was 15, someone left a Yelp review about me saying I was the girl that was dead in the highs behind the counter. I lost my virginity to a gynecological tool, and in 8th grade, I sang completely unprompted Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah in front of my 8th grade history class.
Yo, sicko! Cortez's claw from Spy Kids 3, okay? Follow me, and cloned it and put it on my wrist. That's essentially what I've got working with, okay? One time in PE, I was running a sprint and Brianna Gutierrez said very loudly, "She runs weird." And I have hip dips.
So those are her stats.
Yes, that's us. You now know us individually, you know us as a unit.
Yeah.
And let's take it down a notch and let's welcome you guys.
Because you're in our house.
You're in our house today.
How did you get in here?
For the next hour and a half, this is our home, and like every home, we have values, we have principles that we want to share with you and hope that you take away with you at the end of the day.
We are family, and tonight you are part of our family.
Yes, so we will recite, as always,
We will recite our creed.
on the scroll.
Right down, oh boy.
Here it
Our
comes.
fingers are so small.
Girl.
Just the identical women.
All right, are we ready,
Okay.
ladies?
In this house we believe, if you see something you like, clap! In this house we believe that every morning should be started by saying, "Hey Alexa, play Chris Daughtry Radio on Pandora." And then we take turns riding each other's backs, horsey style. In this house we believe in having fun. We dance like nobody's watching, even though he is. And in this house, we treat other people the way women on the internet imagine Andrew Garfield would treat them. In this house, we knock 3 times before breaking and entering. And above all, we believe patience is a virtue. So Avatar 2 better be good. Amen.
Okay.
I feel better.
I feel great.
I
Yeah.
feel rejuvenated.
I feel good. Do you guys feel good?
Feeling good enough to start the show?
Yeah.
Should we introduce our first guest?
I think you should. The floor is
Alice,
yours.
take the floor.
You guys, we have a wonderful, wonderful person here about to perform for you. She is a James Beard Award winner.
That's what she said.
That's what she told us.
Soli. Hello. Wow, what an honor to be here with all those huge naturals. Oh my God, what do I have to do to get them to make the aisles at Trader Joe a little bit wider? Excuse me, pardon me, who am I, fucking Bugs Bunny at the movie theater? Okay. What's up? I have rectal synesthesia, which is something I made up. And what it is that when I sit down on my bidet tushy attachment and I turn the freezing cold jet of ice water and it shoots directly into my asshole, an aurora borealis colored map is projected in front of my eyeballs. The further I crank that thing to the right, the clearer the colors become, the clearer Balto's journey across the Arctic becomes. I just remember Balto. Yeah, did Rosie deserve the medicine? Let's not talk about that. Okay, so I just got a little PSA for everybody. I know we're all in California sometimes. Sometimes I literally did not even take my edible yet. Sometimes people like to do if it's yellow, let it mellow. Okay, I get it. If so it goes like this. If it's yellow, let it mellow. Okay, not bright fucking neon orange. Okay, if it's yellow, let it mellow. Not the color of fucking Tampico, like what my QAnon cousin used to leave in the attic toilet when he lived with my family and refused to speak to us for 4 years or take out the garbage. Just remember that. Okay, maybe it's better to fucking flush once in a while. Okay, we're all going down anyway. Don't act like you don't know. Yeah! Was that a whale in the back? Okay. Okay, who has their period here? And I am collecting the data. Do you ever have a blood clot fall out of you that is so complex and viscous that it appears as if it is about to come to life, sort of like an anthropomorphic Miyazaki character. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm in the shower. I'm like the Dakota Fanning dub of My Neighbor Totoro kid. I'm like, okay, it comes out. It's like at the drain, and I'm like, huh? And then it goes like this. It goes like this. It goes. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, turning red who? What's that new fucking Pixar movie? I don't have an end to this joke yet. It's not the truth. Everyone's like, I'm laughing now because I understand that you didn't do the fucking homework when they booked you on this shit. How long ago did you learn that? Let's see here. What else will I say? Okay, how about this? This is my impression of Dear Evan Hansen doing a crossover with Post Malone. You probably think that you are better now. I only say that because you're not around. You know I never meant to let you down. Could've gave you everything. Could've gave you everything. Okay, if you like that. Haircut, how many minutes do I have? I don't know. Okay, so don't get distracted. I didn't take my minutes today. Okay, this is my impression of turning around before I already. This is my impression of a pop star with amnesia, but the show must go on. Baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget. Baby, hold me tight. I can shoot the moon with my hand. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
Izzy!
Do you know who I am? Don't tell me not to live, just sit and mama. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain fall down and make my dream a little dream of me and you and me. I'll think about today, triple one-way ticket, yeah. I show you, okay? So we're just gonna hang on, just need to do a little switcheroo. Okay, I gotta stop smoking. Can't keep singing like that and smoking. Was this up the whole time? Okay. My Twitter that I created for a Spanish class in college. Okay, so back to my ass. Okay, so let's say for all intents and purposes that my ass starts like right here, okay? So I'm gonna just pull this, and you're not gonna see my whole ass on the stage, okay? I don't actually make enough money to show you people all that. But just tell me when you see the crack, okay? So ready, here we go. And here we go, it's starting. Okay, so now we go. So here we are, we're just kind of move slow. This is like a reverse Kyle XY. I got laughed at in the Plumbers Association. And if you laughed at the Kyle XY joke, I want you to think about how old you are. Also, my outfit tonight, before I left the house, I was like, to my boyfriend, I was like, do I look like a whore? And he was like, no. And I was like, you always say the wrong fucking thing. But anyways, if you guys think like that I look like a whore comes to my mouth after the show, okay. You know what? I saw the light. I saw the I was gonna say I saw the signs. I'm losing it. I'm losing the people. I think I should just take my leave. I think we're gonna have an amazing show. My name is Lizzie G. Please remember, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but please don't try to guess my race. Okay? Good night!
Give it up for Izzy! Don't let me trip you. Guys, how's it going?
What's the time?
We're nervous. Is this good?
This is our first show ever, so we're like, I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm freaked out. Have you gotten any advice on how to host a show?
Well, I mean, everyone just gives that same kind of standard piece of advice where they're like, make sure the audience in your underwear.
Yeah.
And it's like, that doesn't work for me.
No, me either.
You know they're teaching that in schools?
Disgusting.
Disgusting. So yeah, it doesn't work for me at all. I'm so glad to hear it doesn't work for you guys.
Well, why doesn't it work for you?
Oh,
I don't really talk about this that much.
it's okay. You're in a safe space.
We're family.
But my dad was actually killed by underwear.
That's really hard. Thank you for your vulnerability.
Yeah.
We see you, we honor you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to think about it.
What
Yeah.
about you guys? What's your
Yeah,
problem?
what about you, Alex?
Well, when I see someone in their underwear, it actually triggers my fight or flight response. And apparently, I have fight skills comparable to Jean-Claude Van Damme. I didn't even know. It's like Jean-Claude Van Damme, but if he shopped at Aritzia. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Where's my fashionistas in the house? Do I have any fashionistas?
What about you, Sydney?
Oh. It's really hard for me to picture people in their underwear because, there's married people in this audience, and that would be a vessel for temptation. And I want you guys to make it. You know, I want it to work out for you. And therapy is really expensive, but it's kind of one of those things that's just necessary. And I just want it to work for you guys, and I don't want you to be.
That's so empathetic of you.
Thank you.
That's so considerate. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've kind of thought of my own version of the audience in the underwear thing.
Tell us.
Me too.
Yeah, you guys as well? Okay.
Absolutely.
So the thing that really calms me down is you guys are not in your underwear, but you are naked. But you almost can't tell because you're all behind your own individual Jeopardy podium. And what's great about it is I can see all your scores. Nobody's in the red. We're all going to Final Jeopardy. And they just revealed the Final Jeopardy category. I'm feeling good because guess what it is? Of course, Glee plot holes. I'm about to clean house. I'm about to do just fine. And not only that, but Alex Trebek is alive. None of this guest hosting shit. He comes up to me and he says, Julie, there's a new prize for Jeopardy. It's not just the money. You also get the lifelong assurance that everyone you know and love will preemptively schedule their colonoscopies for the rest of their lives without you telling them to. I feel amazing.
That's really calming.
That's beautiful.
Really
What about-
calming.
So yeah, what about you guys?
Yeah,
What about you?
you guys want to know? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
I like to picture each of you as individual little espresso cups. And you're all beautiful and unique in your own little way, but I can only choose one to drink my 7 p.m. espresso out of. And you're all begging me to pick you. So basically, I hold the power in this situation, right? And it's essentially that power that really carries me through.
That's great. That's
a little messed up.
Bit diabolical.
What about you, Sydney?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Okay, to calm myself down, I don't picture everyone in their underwear, but we are all wearing turtleneck sweaters. And what we're doing is we're working together to crochet a beautiful blanket. And then once we're finished, we all get under it and we snuggle together and we have, I don't know, a glass of champagne. And then we all play 2 truths and a lie so that we can get to know each other better. I'll go first. Okay. I have a face tattoo. I've never known peace a day in my life. And I'm a Leo.
Oh, aren't you an Aries?
Moving on.
Okay, well I feel good. Do you guys feel good? I feel much more
I
relaxed.
feel way calmer now.
I feel like amazing.
Do you want to do a set or something?
Yeah, are you feeling good enough to I don't know, do some comedy?
I guess. Oh, let's move on. Let's
Who's next?
let's see who's next.
Not Queen of Spain.
One more.
Not that
Hey, you guys, get out of here. Hello. Okay, so I'm Julie. Maybe you know that already. I'm pretty new to this stand-up thing. I have not really done it a lot before, which is a phrase that very rarely precedes anything good except maybe like a ribbon cutting. But I'm going to start off with a question. So have any of you ever wished, and I'm not saying this is a healthy instinct, but have any of you ever wished that someone noticed when you lost a little weight? Right? Yes. I know! Yeah. But so I've been there, and when I was in middle school, here's a funny story. When I was in middle school, someone anonymously called Child Protective Services on my family because they thought I was getting too skinny. They noticed. Yeah, so I feel like the first thing I should say is that, whoever called was obviously concerned that I was not getting enough food or, I was being starved. That was not the case. I just went through puberty and for a second I looked a little bit like a pencil. It happens. But this is a true story. An agent was sent to my house. They interviewed my parents, my sister. They looked through our cabinets. They inspected my home. And they had to do it at a randomly assigned time so that my parents couldn't stage a cookie with one bite out of it on the counter. Like when you're trying to convince a child that Santa Claus is real and you're like, look, he took one bite out of the cookie, case closed. But honestly, that whole facade never worked for me because I have never seen Santa Claus as a man of restraint. One bite? No. Yeah. So, but they did. I always wondered what they would have had to see in my cabinets or around my house to convince them this kid's in trouble. Because at the time, my taste in food, genuinely, my favorite food was unseasoned cream of wheat. So if I was an agent and I walked into the room and I saw a pot of that boiling on the stove, I'd be like, book him, that kid's being tortured. For sure. That's that mush from Goodnight Moon. I've never seen that in real life. Never. But that was just my taste. I liked cream of wheat and I liked steak-ums, which for the uninitiated are like a meat leather. Yeah, so I had the diet of a dad in a movie who gets introduced only to then have a heart attack later on in the movie and throw the main character's journey into perspective. But yeah, so, okay, I'm now going to talk to you about the completely unrelated topic of my lifelong struggle with body dysmorphia. I know, I'm new to stand-up, I don't know how to do this transition thing. Maybe one day I'll find a connection between this time in my life where I found out someone was watching me close enough that they reported the government on behalf of the changes in my body. And then this totally unrelated thing where when I look in the mirror I can't perceive myself. But for now, I'll figure it out later. So, lately I've been wondering, do I have body dysmorphia just to fit in LA? Everybody's doing it, right? But then when I try and picture myself in my mind's eye, all I can picture is that one photo we have of the Loch Ness Monster. Grainy silhouette. Basically basically, my body is something that I have a lot of theories about, but I can't prove the existence of myself. And I've thought about this a lot. It's really hard to explain what it's like to look in the mirror when you have body dysmorphia, unless you have it. But the closest experience I can come up with, are you ready for some prop comedy? Oh my God! The closest experience I can think of to looking in the mirror with body dysmorphia is when someone comes up to you with a pencil and goes like this. Whoa! And you're like looking at it, you're like, that's not right. That pencil's not doing that. But also I'm looking at the pencil right now. And it is doing that. So what's the truth? That is roughly what it's like to have body dysmorphia. Thank you. But yeah, so despite that, I do think it's really important to see different representations of different kinds of bodies on screen in media, just so everyone can see themselves on screen and feel like that's me. But that's really difficult to see yourself on screen when you have a deeply warped sense of your own body. Nonetheless, there have been some times when I've been at a movie, watched a television show, and I've looked on the screen and been like, that looks exactly like the way I perceive myself in my head. And the earliest example I can think of that is I was watching a movie. It was like an old Western movie. I don't remember which one, but pretty much every single old Western has this shot where like a horse is retreating into the distance. And it's like very hot out. So because it's so hot, the air around the horse is sort of like wiggling and shimmering. And I was like, oh my God, that's me. There I am. Right there in the big screen, just that wiggling, expansive negative space. That's me. And another place that I feel very accurately represented is on the cover of any Animorphs book. Like steps 3 to 5 of any transformation collectively, that is exactly what I look like to me, in that gray area between girl and bug. That's me. And the last thing I'll say is, you may be listening to me right now wondering, I wonder if I have a friend who has body dysmorphia and I don't even know it. And don't worry, I got you. I know how to help. I can help with this. All you have to do is take that friend to a circus. Don't look at me like it's hard to find a circus. It's very clear when they're in town. That's my favorite joke. Take your friend to the circus, stand them in front of a funhouse mirror, and if they have any kind of whimsical reaction to it, they're fine. They're like, look at how crazy my head looks in relation to the rest of my body. That's normal. If they get in front of it and the reaction is more like, oh, finally, one of these freaking things that works. Not a good sign. All right, that's me, everybody. Guest coming up next. He is from a sketch team called the Shrimp Boys, who you may have seen around town. They perform at the Elysian. They're amazing. Check out their social media. There he is. Oh my God, he's got a big sword. Okay, and next is Wyatt Fair.
I hit my head. Oh my God. Oh my God, I could have died. What if I had died right there? You guys would be like, oh my God, he's dead. Oh my God, he died on this stage. He died on the stage for us. What is this thing, a snake? Loud. That's short. Okay, how you guys doing? Okay, I grew up in Southern California originally. That's a little about me. I grew up in Southern California originally, but I used to live in Chicago in the Midwest. And I feel like when I used to tell people from Chicago that I grew up in California, they wouldn't believe me sometimes. I don't know, they're like, nobody leaves California. And that kind of ticked me off a little bit. It's like, you don't believe that I'm from fucking SoCal, dude? Really, dude? Really, dude? You don't believe I'm from fucking SoCal, dude? Why don't you tell that to the lady that they made me wear to my high school graduation? It's like, you don't believe I'm from fucking SoCal, dude? Really? Why don't you tell that to the first words that I uttered as a little baby boy, dude? Poke bowl. It's like, you don't believe I'm fucking SoCal, dude? Really, dude? Really? Dude? Dude? Really, dude? Dude? Really, dude? Why don't you tell that to my biological father, man? What's it gonna say? Wee Man. Remember the Jackass crew, lifelong SoCal native. Chronic Tacos owner. Tell it to him, dude. That's my dad. Tell it to my father, Richard Nixon. He's from SoCal. Yes, it's serious. Yorba Linda, California. Look it up. You guys see the new Fast and the Furious movie that came out last summer? Fast 9, great movie. I wouldn't recommend seeing it at the drive-in theater though, because midway through the movie I got so excited that I drove away. I really found out what happened to the Toretto brothers. It's pretty funny. Speaking of movies, you guys ever notice there's like a million movies about a guy going back to his hometown to just act like totally nuts? It's like, oh, I'm only here for one little old week. Gotta bury my grandma's ashes. I better try to hang out with my buddy who got really into fire breathing since I left. Oh, I'm only here for one little old freaking week. I better try to hang out with that girl who wrote for the school paper and hated me. Oh, I'm only here for one tiny little week. I better try to kill one of my dad's friends. The girls they're dating are too young. Kill them. You gotta kill those guys sometimes. Okay. So that was, yeah. So I do I do a little stand-up, I do a little sketch comedy. But I also am working on a new novel. Thanks. Can we let's see how good. Can you guys hear it? Can you hear any sound? Is there music? Uh-oh. And now, okay, yeah. Cannot be loaded. Video cannot be loaded. That's one of the worst things you can see when you're about to do a bit that has a video. It cannot be. It's not gonna load. You know what I mean? It's not gonna load. It's not gonna be there. You know what I mean? You're about to do a bit and it's not gonna load. So you're gonna do. I guess I'm gonna do something else. Or maybe it's gonna load. If it starts to load, I'll start talking about. That's all good. Alright. Back to this sort of. I can't play the backup plan, so we're all good. Okay. Yeah. So I became an uncle. I became an uncle recently. Give it a vote. My brother had a baby, which is cool. What? Oh my God! Is the video? And that was going to be a good joke too. There we go. All right. So. Let's do it, right? So I'm working on a novel, kind of dark, cerebral, surreal stuff. I wanted to share the first chapters of that with you guys today. This is called My Forbidden World. I haven't been sleeping much lately. The tick of the clock is like a nuclear weapon that my hands are too shaky from beers to defuse. I spend my evening driving the streets of Los Angeles in my convertible, following strip club owners through the Burger King drive-thru. I follow them up to their palatial homes, watch them do cocaine off of boogie boards floating in the pool. I always dreamed of owning a big mansion up in the hills, having a home movie theater and a Roomba train to suck me off. I guess I used to dream about a lot of things. Now I just kind of roam the streets like a feral lion with an addiction to top shelf liquor. This is my forbidden world. The evenings can be strange and lonely sometimes, but a lot can actually open up for you during the witching hour. Like, if you go to an art museum right when they're about to close, they'll open up a secret room where you can smoke weed and paint your own stuff. When you go to an Erewhon grocery store right before 6 a.m., they let you behind the deli to cut the sandwiches yourself. If you ever need to get a drive-through COVID test, make sure that you go after 9 p.m. You'll get car-side bottle service from chicks in bikinis. You miss a lot while you're sleeping, although I guess I wouldn't know. The last time I slept through the night was the evening that Joe Biden was elected. Man, isn't our life awesome now that Joe's in charge? This is my forbidden world. I prefer silence when I drive. I find music with lyrics to be trite and distracting. I prefer the pulse of the sidewalk or trip hop. If you keep your ear to the ground, you can hear some of the most magnificent stories. Stories of sinners or gamblers or guys who run mongoose fights in their garage. I once met a man with a glass eye who told me that eating pussy causes dementia. I believed him because he had a knife. Seems like all these stories I'm telling are kind of about guys, huh? That's probably because I believe that every story about a woman deserves to be a painting. This is my forbidden world. It's not... It's beautiful. It's LA. The 60s, I think. It's not easy keeping up with a guy like me. Strange hours and an even stranger fucking personality. Because at my best, I'm kind of a handful. And at my worst, I'm chain-smoking cigarettes inside of a coffee shop because I got this weird disease where I always think that I'm in Berlin. When I hear whispers of some of my old college buddies, it sounds like they're doing pretty good, man. Some of those guys. One of my buddies, he recently got into Harvard for jet ski sales. My buddy Nick Martinez recently moved down to Fiji, where he runs a popular YouTube channel about the health benefits of semen retention. Shit, man, even old Charlie Bones from Dice Club figured his stuff out. He drives a Honda Fit and does HR for Brazzers. This is my forbidden world! When the loneliness gets too dark, I like to head on down to the beach. Malibu, Marina Del Rey, I have worshipped at them all. I spend my nights eating sea turtle eggs off of the sand. Usually. The lifeguards don't really bother you too much at that hour because they know that if you're there in the middle of the night, you're probably dealing with some severe mental health issues. If you see a guy dressed like me, full clothes, on the beach, middle of the night, probably you think that I got a Desert Eagle pistol in my trousers and I'll pistol whip you in the head if you so much as address me. But I'm not violent, man. At least not in the ways that you'd expect. In this land's dark country of eternal war, sometimes the only solution is to sit back, relax, and slurp up another dozen yolks that got laid by endangered leatherback sea turtles. Even though that is, I think, a federal crime and one of the weirdest ways to shit your pants. This is my forbidden world. Thanks. At a certain point, though, you do have to go home, you know? Usually around sunup when the children start arriving for their tide pool exploration classes. I try not to look at the kids too long as I check many of the same boxes as a traditional pedophile. Right? Right? I mean, come on, right? Beard. I have a hood on usually. But one fateful morning I made eye contact with a little tow-headed boy. A natural blonde, if you will. And this tall maybe? And in his little baby blue eyes I saw a young me. You know, crawling around in my backyard, eating beetles like they were Smarties. Sometimes in this, it seems like sometimes, man, you spend all your cash, you take the toll, man, you suffer, you spend too much money at 7-Eleven on scratchy lottery tickets, buffalo chicken rollers, and you can't pay the fee. It seems that way sometimes. I guess for me sometimes I wish that I hadn't watched so many Criterion Channel films that I can no longer hold a regular fucking conversation. I wish I could change, but I can't. So for now, I guess I rev up the car and I drive. Another day dreaming with my eyes wide open. In my forbidden world. Thank you, guys.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
That was good.
I think I liked it. I think that was really good.
That's really good.
My God, congratulations.
Thanks for letting me pitch that one. I love working with women because you can just show up to a meeting and be like, Steve Jobs ballet, and they'll say yes.
Literally, I would never ever want to critique you ever.
No, and with your dance background, how can we not?
Yeah, we want this isn't about just me shining. This isn't just about her shining. It's about all of us shining.
Thank you. Thank you. Speaking of shining, it's time for my set. So.
Oh.
Just go. That was really nice. I don't know.
Now I get to do set as Steve Jobs. Hello. I'm going to tell a story as I'm known to do. When I was in college, excuse you. When I was in college, I worked for a wedding catering company, which means I have seen the full gamut of human action and emotion. Because weddings are, in my opinion, the last bastion of legal hedonism for normal people. You know, you get to get all dressed up, all liquored up, and you're around people you love, usually, and it's a really happy occasion, usually. So all bets are off. But one wedding in particular stands out in my mind like a lighthouse. Its siren song calls to me from the languid depths of my long-term memory. And that is because of a woman named Heather. Heather is just a shining radiance in my mind, and I will tell you why. She was a bridesmaid at this wedding, and I'll set the scene, opening act. I'm standing behind a door, holding a full tray of champagne, waiting for the ceremony to end so that the couple could recess, come celebrate. I could bestow champagne upon the loved ones and their friends. And so I'm standing at the ready, I hear the clapping, and I'm standing behind a closed door, and the door right into me. And I'm falling. Champagne glass bubbles all over me. And bridesmaids, vultures and violets circling around me, squawking, "Heather! That is so you!" I blink my eyes open. I look through the intoxicated halo around me, and I make eyes with Heather. And she is laughing with impish delight. And oh my God, that is so classic Heather! Classic Heather, picking glass and champagne off of me. Classic Heather. Act 2. I'm a little sticky, I'm a little shaky, but there's a wedding to be had, so I must push on. For I, a mildly hungover 19-year-old psychology major, have made it my hero's journey to make this wedding the most important day of these people's lives. The guests are seated, the dinner is ready to go out, but first I stand with 2 bottles of wine, one red, one white, ready to bestow Dionysian glee into the cups of the guests around so that they may continue on their impish ways. I am assigned the head table because when Pandora's box is opened, it is impossible to contain the chaos back inside. So I move down the line, red here, white here, red again, and there before me sits Heather. She turns to face me like an owl with a riddle ready to impede me at my quest. And she says, "I'll take the purple one, not the yellow one." Was it a riddle? For wine already has a color assigned to it. Yellow, purple, red, white. But I had no time for this. I had to continue serving the rest of the guests, and this would cause me great anguish for the rest of the night. Act 3. Dinner is over. I am tired, I am weary, but I must go on. I must go on. I am bussing plates with such fastidiousness. I believe, for some reason, that the couple is going to come up to me, greet me by my first, middle, and last name, and thank me for making their day just so special. I'm picking up a plate, and across the veranda, I spot Heather, roving over the tables like an Odyssean beast with an unslakable thirst, picking up glass after glass and sipping from them. This is a vodka cran. Moving on to our next victim. That's a Sprite. Drinking, blind tasting with more knowledge, more perfection than any master sommelier ever could. Moving her way through this dining room like an alcoholic Rain Man, just seeing things and calling things out like I cannot. And this woman drinking like this is her last chance on earth. Like an oracle came down from the sky, gave her word of something that she could tell no mortal, and she just had to sit with it. In that moment, I respected her as much as I feared her. And Act 4, final act. Lights come up on the dance floor. Everyone is dancing and singing with Wiccan glee the letters YMCA. I am standing in the corner with an empty tray, waiting, ready for anything. But who do I see across the way at the bar? Heather. She has ordered 6 shots, and she is trying and unsuccessfully trying to hold each vessel in her hand. And suddenly she looks up and sees me. We make eye contact. My blood runs cold, my heart quickens, sweat pouring down my back, for I am now prey. She sees my empty trays, she sees me, she says, "Can you come help me?" I have no choice. She curls a finger towards me and I just have to go. I hold my empty tray, sweating. She places the shots on me, and I have to follow her like the familiar that I now am to the dance floor. We get to her friends, and she says, "I got these for us." Her friends, horrified at their iron-livered friend, and with some cowardice say, "Heather, we're done drinking." Just with absolute fear in their eyes, for certainly they have just angered an eldritch god. And Heather looks at them and she says, "You guys are boring." Grabs a shot, downs it. And I see her going for another, and I realize, oh my God, this woman intends to drink everything on my tray. And evolution takes over. My thinking brain off, lizard brain on, my heart quickens, and I run. I run through the party. I run back into the pop-up kitchen that they have designated for the staff to just stay in. And I never see this woman again. And I wish so desperately that I could have a Where Are They Now just for this woman, because I have 2 theories. She is either the leader of the most successful Alcoholics Anonymous chapter in the United States of America, or she is the dictator of a small country we will come soon to fear. Only 2 options for Heather. Thank you. Please give it up. Keep the round of applause going for our next lovely guest, Pallavi Gunnaland.
Holy shit, Heather is every Indian uncle at an Indian wedding. You haven't lived until you've seen Bolu uncle stand on a chair and just go smack that all I love it. One time I was at an Indian wedding. So Indian weddings, like, they're like 2 hours long. It's all different depending, but some of them are like 2 hours long. So you sit down and then you just get up to eat, like as the wedding is happening with the priests on the stage. And one time they're just fucking winging it. Indian weddings are just a Brown improv team. Like, they don't know what the fuck. They're like, tag me in, you know, like all the aunties are trying to get on stage. So they just start yelling, "Nathana! We need a Nathana!" And then the entire fucking wedding turns and points to me. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, "We need the oldest unwed woman here." And then they make you marry the couple. I had to tie it around. It was just cruel. Okay. Hi, you guys! Hello! Give it up for yourselves. Hot-ass crowd tonight. Amazing. Do we have any short kings in the crowd? Do we have any short kings? Everyone's pointing. How tall are you, sir? Can you say it loud and proud?
I'm
I'm 6'4".
6'4", so 6'1". Give it up for him! Incredible. I love short kings, you guys. I love short kings. I just want to protect them. You know, I just want to take them to a concert and sway. My little guys. I love short kings. Ladies, do you want to know why I love short kings? You want to know why? Why? Their tiny hands make your titties feel bigger. It's true! Little Keebler elves dropping their fudge cookies for my fudge cookies. I love it. Can't help it. I'm happy to be here. You know, pandemic, I spent a lot of time on social media. I'm just happy to be live again, you know. Even today on Twitter, I was again getting dragged for being right. And but I was hospitalized a few weeks ago. I was. The doctors diagnosed me with he said I was being a little bitch. That's what he said I had. I have incredibly low blood pressure, you guys. I have very low blood. Even that could take me out, okay? Nobody move. No, I have really low blood pressure, and I'm the angriest bitch I know. Do you know how fucking frustrating that is? To have low blood pressure and be this pissed all the time. Even a heart attack will not release me from this mortal coil. Do you understand that? Nothing's gonna take me out. I'm so angry and so weak, it's like I'm a white man. It's crazy. This audience is too white to not be laughing hard at that. I'm sorry. I just don't understand white people. I don't understand you. I'm so sorry. We're gonna do this. I don't understand you. Why do you keep telling me you have diarrhea? I do not want to know. I don't want to know this. You guys are always like, ugh, Indian food. And it's like, first of all, we call it food. And second of all, we eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we're fine, okay? I just want to know, what does supremacy mean to you? You guys can't eat seasoned food, you can't go in the sun, you call yourself supremacists, and you can't even pull off wearing Supreme? How dare you? I'm sorry, I just have a bunch of white roommates, and I don't understand. They're constantly saging my apartment. They're saging everything in my apartment because they're afraid of ghosts. Those aren't ghosts, bitch. I'm moving your shit around, okay? Because I'm pissed off. I don't know why white people are so afraid of ghosts. That thing that's haunting you, that feeling over your shoulder, that's not ghosts, that's colonialism, okay? That's 3 weeks ago at a party when you told a girl she spoke English well. That's what's haunting you. I was that girl. You guys are handling this so well, okay? White people, you're doing a great job. Usually, I tell white people jokes, white people ruin it, right? I tell a white person joke and they're like, oh yeah? How bad have we been? Tell us how bad we are. We can't help it, it's our manifest destiny. How'd you make Colonizer the new daddy? I don't understand. You've ruined it. Listen, I can't help it. I am this bitch all the time, okay? I'm a type A bitch. Do we have type A bitches in the crowd? Yeah. Immediate response. They're like, I'm here! Right? I can't help it. I'm the type of bitch where all my friends are like, I feel like weed would be good for you. Just say you don't like me, okay? Say I hate my personality. I'm the type of bitch where I've done cocaine twice and nobody noticed! Fucking terrifying. Like, I feel like you just have good startup ideas. My friends are all sitting me down for a sober intervention. They're like, you're not doing any substances and it's hurting. I'm sorry. I'm single. I got really great at masturbating during the pandemic. I feel like we all did, right? Okay, yeah, some of you are like, I made sourdough, and it's like, okay. Yeast was involved. I got great at masturbating. I love it. But here's the thing about being a single woman, because I'm very single, I'm single in my soul, I don't want you in the kitchen, that's how single I am, okay? I hate when people tell single women that, like, romantic movies lie to us, right? Because I think fairy tales lie to men, okay? Think about Cinderella, right? It's a story of a man who found the love of his life and then lost her. First of all, he fell in love with her at first sight, very shallow, okay? I think we can all agree. And he was like, I've lost the love of my life. in order to find her, I'm going to look at the feet of every woman in the village. There's no fucking way that shit wasn't written by Quentin Tarantino. Are you kidding me? There's no way. I do have hope though. I am bisexual. I expected more in this crowd, but okay. I am bisexual. I came out to my parents last year. It is braver because I'm brown. And I came out to my parents. I'm actually mixed, but it's just two different types of Indian, so nobody gives a shit. I'm half North Indian, half South Indian, half light-skinned and half dark-skinned. And my mom, who's light-skinned, was always super in denial about my skin tone growing up. She was always like, "You used to be so fair, what happened?" And I was like, "You fucked that man, that's what happened." Like, she didn't even have an arranged marriage. She fell in love with a dark-skinned man, fucked him, and chocolate milk came out. Like, I don't know. What, somebody went, "Oh." I can say it, okay? But you guys are so scared. But she was so in denial about my skin tone that she used to use her light-skinned makeup on my skin. You guys, yeah. This was before Rihanna saved our people. Okay? She used her light-skinned CVS makeup on my skin. I ended up looking like the doll from Saw. I was like, "You want to play a game? How about accepting me for who I am?" We never played that game. I am queer. I live with a bunch of, my roommates are all queer white people. I love living with queer people. You know, they're kind, they're caring, they're empathetic, but gasps mean nothing to me now. I come home and I'm like, "I think the landlord's upset," and they're like, "Oh, you look amazing." Bitches, get it together. I don't know though. I think coming out is so weird because, like, you know, like, why does sexuality even matter? Why do we have to come out? You know what I mean? Like, why does sexuality even matter? Right?
Agreed.
If you're not getting fucked, like, does it exist if no one's touching it? Does an unrubbed clit in the woods make a sound? I think it does. I think an untouched clit sounds like this. It sounds like, actually, I'm just focusing on my career right now. That's what it sounds like. Sorry, I'm just so horny right now. All right, you guys, I have to get off in general, but but I also have to get off stage. I do want to say I love doing comedy, but I get really tired doing it because I have this condition called sleep apnea. Do you guys know what that is? Yeah. Okay, some of the nerds know what's up. Excellent. For those of you who don't know, it's this condition where you can't breathe properly in your sleep. So a lot of people get surgeries to open up their nose and their throats, you know? But a lot of people use that as an excuse to get cosmetic shit done. I'm gonna have the best set of tits. All right, thank you guys so much.
Hey, we're back. Give it up for Apollo. All right, guys, I have a question for you. Who out there is not using your degree? So I don't know, some of you know this, some of you don't. I started out doing art before I started writing and doing comedy, and my parents can feel it out there. They can feel it when I'm not using my degree. So as like a little bit of a refresher palate cleanser, I thought for this little inter-between bit, that I would do a little caricature of someone in the audience. And I'm gonna shut up and do that, and they're gonna take charge now.
Do we have any volunteers? Oh my god!
Right up front.
It's so convenient too!
First and only person to raise their hand. Who do we pick?
Okay, so Julie's gonna ask you. Julie's gonna draw you. We're gonna ask you some questions. I'm gonna come over beyond, or just so that we can get to
holding a mic.
just so that we can get to know you. You know.
Look at me.
So, what's your name?
My name's Imka.
So good to meet you.
Imka.
Not that you're my cross the whole neighbor or anything.
Wow.
So Imka, you know how caricatures they usually like you know, there's usually like some defining details on the side of the portrait or whatever. So we just want to get to know you a little bit. You know,
Gotcha.
like what's your ideal mode of transportation?
Yeah.
A jet ski.
Okay.
Awesome. And
Awesome.
where'd you get your
Ideal.
top? Cause I'm loving that color on you.
Honestly, I think it was Ross dressed for less.
Yeah.
She is a
Ross,
Maxinista.
Marshalls, TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy Trinity.
Absolutely. So are you religious in that sense then?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good
Okay,
to know.
yeah, let's get deep.
Good
Let's
to know,
get
good to know.
deep.
Yeah, like, did you maybe have, I don't know, again, these are just questions that can help, like, draw a portrait of you. Like, did you have a pet that died that, like, really impacted you?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Yeah? Bruno. And we love Bruno, and we're going to dedicate this show to Bruno.
Recent or
No,
Wild.
like years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay?
What? It helps me get to know her.
We're getting personal.
Yeah, he was a tuxedo cat.
Yeah. Tuxedo cat?
Yeah.
So he was a fancy man.
He was a fancy
He was a
man.
little fancy
he was
man.
really chubby, and
Oh.
we adopted him when he was 8, and
Love that.
he was fully diabetic and
Cute.
like had cataracts in both eyes,
Mhm.
and we like had to put him on like a nice diet, and
Cool.
he like wasn't having it, so we just like let him not get a diet, and but we would like let him. So the thing is, it's like he was an outdoor. Oh my god, I'm talking way too much.
I was just going to ask, is there like a cool, like, is there a favorite kind of hat you have too?
No, because I have big hair and kind of a big head, so hats never really fit me, so I don't wear hats. But I do. Sorry. I have 3 sculptures of Bruno.
I'm gonna come look at this later. We went across the whole neighborhood.
Can I ask, like, okay, do you order Sprite or Sierra Mist, or what do you do if you? Okay, and then what do you do if they ask, if they say we don't have Sprite, we only have Sierra Mist?
I
Is
do
there-
not get anything.
Okay, okay,
Oh.
anything at all?
No,
Okay.
I'll drink water. It's either
Yeah.
just telling me to just drink water.
Oh, okay, okay. So then,
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I just have one
please.
question for you. So you said that you like water skiing?
Yeah.
Jet skiing? Is that
jet
what
ski.
you said?
oh,
I know
ski.
school. I know
Are you
school.
sure you don't like roller skating?
That's an honest question.
are you sure you didn't roller skate here?
roller skating here?
Are there roller skates?
Did.
I think we have one more piece of art coming up to the stage next.
Yes, it's true.
And I think that's Alice.
I think it's Alice Paul.
Yeah, I'll see you guys a little later. You guys, hi. So I really want to know just right off the bat, are there any producers in the audience? Directors? Anyone with any level of authority in entertainment? Anybody? Do you have like a dad, uncle? Oh, did you raise your hand a little bit? Okay. Like shaking in the middle. Dad, uncle, cousin, anyone who can. I have a lot of ideas, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of like spitfire them right now. So my first idea, and I'm gonna like make a lot of eye contact with you. You have some level, so maybe you could help me. Okay, my first idea is for a show called America's Got Talents. Okay? So basically, it's birds of prey, and they compete in a talent competition in hopes of winning a $1 million cash prize, as well as a headlining show in Las Vegas. Okay, so that's idea number 1. Good, bad, middle, or 2 thumbs up. Okay, I'll keep going. My second idea is, you know how in superhero movies, it's like they're leaving messes everywhere, and they're destroying the city, and they're destroying buildings and cars, and it's annoying and it's rude, okay? And you know, I have this idea for a superhero that cleans up after them, okay? And we could call them Supermom! Woo! We got any moms in the audience? Shout out to the moms. my next idea is you've all seen Harry Potter, right? Okay. So what if we had a Harry Potter movie, but it was like minus all the creepy stuff? You know what I mean? Like Magic Kids going to high school. Ever heard of it? They're just going to high school and they're having a good time and they're safe. And they're being taken care of. They're being taken care of by the authority at the school. Okay? And like Harry Potter, he has a scar, but no one cares. Because we don't point to people's scars. Okay? We don't do that. And Voldemort, he's like a hot senior guy and he has a pet snake. And that's like his thing. And then Hermione, she applies to Harvard and gets in full scholarship. She's so smart, you guys, and she really deserves that, and she works so hard, you know, and I want to see her get somewhere. Maybe get out of England. I think that would be awesome for her. I think we could call this film Harry Potter and, you know, like the regular school year. Or Harry Potter and the tennis team tryouts. Okay, good. Harry Potter and the after-school mall trip. Like, what would they shop for? I want to see them shop till they drop. Do you know what I mean? I want a shopping montage. I have one more idea. It's a documentary. It's going to be a documentary in case someone laughed. And it's going to be called Little Debbie, Big Mistake. The rise and fall of a snack cake empire. Okay? Now, there's only one issue with this, is there hasn't been like a fall within the Little Debbie snack cake empire yet, but I feel like one of you can do some digging for me. Is anyone like a detective in here? Like private investigator? Anyone, or like maybe your dad or uncle or cousin is? Are you a little bit of that too? Just a little bit of like entertainment. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so those are my movie ideas, and I'll like find you after, I guess. But I just want to leave on a story. This story is about a boy named Eric Doty, okay? And I was in love with him from 3rd to 6th grade, head over heelies in love. This kid, he was a trendsetter, first and foremost. He was the first kid to wear skinny jeans in our school, and he got, you know, a little bit of hate, a little bit of bullying for that. But soon enough, you know, like weeks later, everyone was wearing skinny jeans. This was like emo, skater, punk era, you know what I mean? And Eric, you know, Eric, people are like, see his genius, like right away, do you know what I mean? They don't get it. They don't see what he's trying to do. But when they do, you know, then they get it and they follow along. Does that make sense? Okay, so Eric essentially is a genius. And like all geniuses, one day they go mad. Okay? Yeah, so this is the story of that day. Okay, it's Valentine's Day, it's 6th grade, 2007. Valentine's Day is the most insane day of the year already, for so many reasons that I can't even get into right now, but you all know what I'm talking about. So, Eric and I had been on and off for like 3 years, okay? And we were rekindling our romance at this point. And it was a sort of like, will they, won't they? Like everyone's invested, everyone's trying to figure out if we're gonna get back together. And Zach Barker comes up to me and he's like, Eric is writing you a love letter. And surely enough, I look across the classroom and Eric is sitting at his desk, which is connected to the chair. And he's hunched over writing the love letter and I'm just over the moon, I'm so excited. And I run over to him and I'm peeking over his shoulder. I'm begging him to tell me what he's writing. And Eric has like a short fuse, which is fine, and he gets mad at me. So then I go, okay, I'm gonna give you space, and I'm gonna go back to my seat, and I'll wait. But it's too late because everybody in the class had figured out kind of what was going on, and they're all nosy, and you know, They just want to know if it's going to happen with us or not. So they're running over and they're bothering him, and Eric has had enough. And he picks up his table, which is connected to the chair, and slams it down. Everyone starts screaming. Mrs. Ornelas raises her hands in the air and says, "Evacuate!" So we are screaming, running out of the classroom. She closes the door behind us. Eric's in the classroom alone, okay? She shuts the door, he's in the classroom alone. There's a window on the door, and we're all watching him through the window. And you know what he does? He grabs the love letter, he puts it in his mouth, he chews it, he swallows it. It's gone. I have no idea what that letter says. But you know what? In that moment, I wasn't mad. I was like, oh my God, this kid, he really is a genius. And what he just did in there, I mean, it was raw, it was emotional. It was like a gorilla in a cage, do you know what I mean? Primal in a sense. I'll never forget that genius, Eric Toady. You guys, that's it from me. Thank you for listening. We have one final guest. You can catch them at the Netflix is a Joke Festival, May 6th at Elysian Theater. Give it up for Girl God!
Waiting on time. Wait a second.
What are we doing?
I don't know. We don't do music.
We're not singers. We're not
Yeah, we're not musicians.
What are we doing?
Well, we're just doing comedy.
What, yeah, we're comedians.
All right, hey everybody, we're Girl God. I'm Grace.
How's it going? All right,
Yeah.
sounds like pretty good. You guys have probably
Might
noticed
notice.
that the world is in a pretty dark place.
It's
these
a pretty
days.
bad place right now. You know, like the disease.
And like the war.
Yeah, and also everybody's drinking boba tea now, and that used to be my thing.
And like last week, my doctor said a really weird thing to me.
And there are too many guns, man.
And they're trying to take all our guns away, man.
And all of my guy friends from high school's only thing now is owning a katana.
And gas prices cost more than I make in an hour, so that's.
Yeah, and April's working illegally lower than minimum wage.
It's a dark world.
And also, on top of that,
Did you guys hear about that thing that happened to the dolphin at SeaWorld?
yeah, I mean, we haven't, but we're assuming something pretty bad happened.
It was pretty bad.
So we're just trying to, share the gift of comedy because there needs to be more comedians in the world.
I think now more than ever, the world needs more. It needs to be full of laughter all the time.
We
you
need to
know?
have as many comedians as possible.
It's gonna really fix
Take
things.
that, Putin.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So tonight, that's why we're here to share with you all the gift of doing stand-up comedy.
We're gonna teach everyone here how to be a comedian.
If you don't know how to be a comedian, don't worry. You're about to learn.
And if you don't use that knowledge going forward to tell as many jokes as possible to your friends, family, and coworkers, you're just as bad as What is a bad thing going on? Like, also,
It's
like
not.
bad people.
It's not. There's some bad guys. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
Really, it's not really important.
Take that, Poot.
Take that. You know.
But we need like somebody up here to like as
Be
kind
a
of like an envoy of
representative
the
for the
audience.
Someone who we're gonna teach how to do comedy over the course of the next few minutes.
That
We
you
need
can all
one
learn with
volunteer
here.
who
So
wants
if
to
anybody
learn
would
how
be
to
cool
do
coming up
comedy.
on stage,
One
just like
volunteer.
let us know.
There's one hand way in the back.
There's one. Oh yeah, come up
Yeah,
here.
let's
way
go
in the
with
back
that. From
person.
way in the back. Hell yeah.
Whoa, that's wild.
Okay. All
It's so
right.
cool.
Please,
Come up
please,
on stage.
come up on stage.
Wow.
Okay, so right
This
off,
is wild.
right
Have you
off
seen
the
this right
bat,
now?
I'm noticing something
This is insane.
insane. What the
Holy
hell?
shit.
Wait, are you guys seeing this?
We look exactly the same.
It's uncanny.
Have you been taking estrogen for 5 years?
What the hell? Wait, I feel like they don't see
I don't
it.
think they see
So
it.
can you guys stand
I have
next to
like
each
the-
other?
yeah,
And Grace has this killer
It's a
Nixon
classic
impression.
Nixon impression. So let's both try to do
If you could just both do it on the
a
count
Nixon
of
impression,
three.
and if it's the same, wait, do we have a mic? For
Yeah, we do. I think it's back.
Oh, it's right over there. April,
It's where?
you passed it. It's to the right.
Oh my god, I'm the biggest idiot in the world.
Yeah, that's really important. A lot of comedy is just like talking about yourself as if you're gonna kill yourself tonight. That's a huge part of being on stage, right?
But you never do it. You always tease like.
No, yeah, you never do
You
it
never
because then
actually-
you can't keep giving
actually-
the
you
gift
never
of
actually
laughter.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna do a Nixon impression at the same time to show them that we look exactly the same, right? All right, 3,
2, 1.
That's ridiculous. That is insane.
Okay, well, can I
Yeah,
say
we were gonna
something?
just bullshit
We
tonight.
didn't think this really
We were
mattered,
just
but
gonna bullshit, but we
you
have
guys
to.
look exactly the same. I feel like
We have to do it serious. We have to
Grace's
teach you how to be a
reputation
good
is on the
comedian.
line.
Because if you start going open mics or shit, they're gonna be like,
They're gonna think you're
that's
Grace.
Grace Freud. She sucks. You're bad.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We really gotta teach them how to.
I can tell that it's gonna be rough because are those like little buttons that like you just push in and then you like little snaps?
It's way too complicated.
Man, when I
Comedians
started
would
doing
not be
stand-up,
smart
I
enough
wore
to figure
classes
that
too.
shit out.
And I fucking sucked.
I noticed something right off the bat as you were coming up here, which is that the way you come up onto the stage is just really not cutting it for me.
It's horrible. The
It's
way
really
you walk
bad.
up on stage, it's like people wouldn't think you were a comedian. They'd think you were a fucking school shooter.
And we're
Because
not
it was
even-
fast,
Yeah.
and it was not, it's like, it looked tactical.
And we're not in a
In
school
fact,
right
do you
now,
not
so
have,
it's like
can
you're
you
not really.
empty out your pockets really quick? Phew.
Oh my
That's
god.
okay. I just wanted to check to see you didn't have a gun.
So here's what we're gonna have. I need you to walk to do it again, basically.
Yeah, I'll
Can
hold
you
your mic. I'll
do
hold
it
your
again?
mic.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like
just
we're
try
gonna
it one
we're gonna
more
introduce
time.
you. By the way, I don't really care what your name is.
Yeah, we don't give a shit what
We're
your
gonna
name
call
is.
you Grace
Yeah,
too.
we're gonna call you
because
Grace.
That's pretty much what all that matters.
That's all you are now.
Yeah.
Now that you're in the public eye,
And
everyone's just gonna
Our
think,
guys are
oh,
backstage
there's.
legally changing your
Yeah,
name.
you're
So
basically
so,
we've got a Gallagher situation going on right now.
So all right, we're gonna invite you to the station and you're gonna walk up, okay?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, please.
Please give it up for Grace too. Oh yeah.
No.
That was more of like, I'm a principal and I found the underground comedy show and I'm shutting it down.
I'm gonna one more time, please. One more time.
Alright, I'll let you introduce
Just like
them.
try to. You've like walked before. Like you've like.
But you've got to do like get some energy in there.
Yeah,
you were
like
putting
really,
it all in the arms,
really
but it needs to be
big,
all in the
like
legs.
really big.
You know?
Yeah, you know,
It's got to
like-
be a leg-based
Yeah,
thing.
you know. Have you heard of cowboys? Okay, well, like,
Comedians are basically the cowboys of the stage.
that's what my dad always said.
Yeah.
So if you could just like, yeah, okay, ready? Everyone,
Well,
please give it up
for Grace too. I have no idea what that
What are you doing?
was. You grabbed your pants?
Are you in pain?
I didn't know anybody had like pejorative views of cowboys, but now I'm thinking that you do.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's like fine.
Probably the best we're gonna get.
It's like good enough. Just like work on it at home maybe.
Yeah.
If you can. Okay, so but now that you are on stage, what you're gonna need to do, the first thing you're gonna do during a set is you're gonna introduce yourself.
Yeah.
So if you can just step forward,
step forward
and introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Grace 2.
Okay, all right. Let's
Now I'm
reward
pissed.
me.
Now I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah. You forgot something really important.
Probably the most important.
Probably the most important thing. I'm feeling pretty unthanked over here.
You gotta thank your hosts, you know. We don't because we have over 10,000 followers on Twitter, so fuck those guys. But you're just starting out, so we're gods to you.
Yeah.
Try that one more time.
Guys, let's give it up for our hosts. I'm Grace 2.
What are the names of your hosts?
Let's give it up for Grace and April. And Sydney and Julie.
No. None of that. Come on.
No.
We're your mommies, and those people, you don't even hang out with them, okay?
It's fine. It's good enough for now.
Okay, so now you should start by telling an opening bit. And in our experience,
We found that what you're going to want to do to start off the set is you're going to want to tell a short but funny
and also incredibly moving story about being a trans woman in America.
So if you could just step forward and do that for us. That's what we found works for us.
Well, I've got this to help you out. It's a little spider.
Hey, I'm Grace 2.
The card doesn't say anything.
Yeah, you're acting like you're reading off of it. That was just to inspire you.
I'm gonna feed you a line, okay? You could just step up. I'm gonna feed you a line. So, hi. As a tranny,
Hi, as a tranny.
let me just say, you're gonna make an incredible comedian.
Yeah. You gotta say those slurs. Say those slurs. Take that, Putin.
Any other words you want to get up just while we're here? Anything else you want to say?
Let's give it up for our hosts.
You open the set.
Yeah, you had that good bit where you thanked us.
That was pretty funny. I think we should the next thing, right?
Yeah, so you can't just nowadays in this crazy digital world, you can't just be good at stand-up comedy. You also have to be good at improv, right? So all three of us are going to do an improv scene.
Just to see how you to practice, you know.
Yeah, just to get you into
So
the
can we get two suggestions?
Yeah, we need 2 words.
Magic.
What's that? I heard hormone replacement therapy.
I think I also heard Iraq.
Okay, so those are suggestions.
We're getting in the scene.
So let's get in the scene. You
guys stand off to the side for a second.
Let's start
Both of
over
you
there.
stand off to the side for a
First, and then you're gonna come in
All
a second later. Okay?
All right. It's going to be another great day at my incredible hormone replacement therapy store in beautiful Fallujah.
Hello, I'm the mother of a young transgender child, and I would like to buy some hormones for my young transgender child here in beautiful Fallujah.
Wow, I can sure help you with that.
You're gonna want to enter the scene right now.
Hey, I'm the father of our transgender
You're the child.
I'm the child.
You're my daughter.
I'm your daughter.
You're my daughter. You're trying to put the moves on your mother. You're trying to pretend you're my husband. That is so disrespectful to your father. R.I.P. We miss him. Why don't you tell the audience how he died?
Oh shit, okay, we gotta end this scene.
Oh, okay.
I just got a text. You've got some allegations that
Oh shit, no, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty bad, but very opaque.
So,
we're not sure exactly what it
Here's what you're
is.
gonna have to do. You're gonna need to go on gay CNN and apologize for what you've done. So
So we'll pretend to be the host.
We're on gay CNN now. What's up? I'm Solomon Gomorrah.
And it's me, Chipper.
And welcome to Gay CNN. Today we have with us acclaimed comedian Grace 2, who would like to speak to some of the... Grace 2, could you address some of the allegations that have recently come out about you and your dog?
Especially the ones about how wet.
My dog.
Yeah.
My dog got a wet ding dong, okay?
How?
And I came here to say sorry.
I'm gonna ask the question on everybody's minds. How did it happen?
Okay, I wake up every day. I dip my dog's ding dong in a big bowl of water, and I'm sorry about it. I learned a
I'm
lot.
gonna say the thing that everyone at home is thinking right now. Why are you putting it in your mouth, you fucking perv?
I'm a fucked up guy. I got a lot to learn.
Okay, it's important that you own up to what you're doing.
Yeah,
I really respect that. So this apology goes over
so poorly.
so bad.
So bad. But it does get you enough fans for a Netflix special.
Yeah. So, so now you're making a Netflix special, but here's the thing about comedy specials today is that it's not enough to just stand on a stage and do stand-up anymore. No one is doing that.
Yeah.
So
People hate jokes. You gotta have something high concept.
So here, the concept for your special is that you are, you're doing a whole stand-up set, but you're only
And you're
telling
going
jokes
like,
with... You're only telling jokes with intonation. Yes.
Yeah,
So just step up and tone your jokes.
So your special is probably called Grace 2.
Yeah, that's just a stand-up for you. Yeah. So if you could just do an example,
edit.
just do a sample, just.
Yeah, this is your special taping.
Jesus Christ.
This is killing. You have to do this for a whole hour.
Wait. What? You cannot say that.
Yeah, about the troops?
Jesus Christ, dude.
You can say a lot of shit on a
God.
Netflix special, but not about our guys in a lot of different places.
That is career ending if I've ever heard a career ending joke. All right, your career
All
is
right, sorry,
unfortunately
Grace
over.
2. Fuck you.
I'm
Give it up
so
to Grace
sorry.
2, everybody. We've been Girl Guy. Come up to our Netflix and joke show.
Thank you, guys.
All right, give it up to your host, everybody.
Stop it. Oh my God.
Oh my god. So, guys, that was so much fun. That was that so much fun. Did you guys have fun? Did you have fun? Yeah, good to hear. Yeah, we had fun here too. I don't know.
Julie, what was your favorite part?
I don't know. Let's see. My favorite part was probably when Girl God was amazing at harmonizing out of nowhere.
I like that part too.
Yeah, me too.
So good.
What about you?
My favorite part? That was when Izzy sang that final note of Defying Gravity in her set. That was awesome.
Amazing. We got so many freaking singers. It's
Crazy. Guess that just leaves me. Yep. My favorite part was emotionally ruining my neighbor asking her about her dog.
Oh my god, that was great.
Oh my god. Awesome.
And you guys. Yeah. You guys did such a good job.
For your first show?
Your first show? Amazing. Give it up for yourselves.
What about you? What was your least favorite part?
Least favorite. You with the hat.
None. They're all.
Hey, you gotta be honest. Least.
Steve Jobs was like, okay.
Okay. No, it's cool. That's great. No, this is good. It's a first show. We should know these things.
This is constructive.
Okay, hey, over in the aisle. Hello, you. What was your least favorite part?
Be honest.
Be honest. It's a comedy show. You didn't like everything. That's never happened.
I liked it all also. I don't know.
Don't know.
Rip us to shreds.
Maybe Grace 2? Grace 2? No.
Okay, interesting. We'll pass that along to the back. That's fine. Okay, well, what about you, way in the back? What was your least favorite part?
Shout it out.
Tell us.
Someone in the back. Just shout it out.
Constructive.
I have to pee.
I like that part too.
Okay, me too. I like that part too. Things to work on. Thank you so much.
We're totally fine. It's fine.
Holy guacamole!
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Look at the time!
Oh, it's time for us to go get hit by some municipal buses and sue the city for some insurance money. But it was so good to be here with you guys today. Thank you.